Hi, and welcome to the R2RB Women Entrepreneur Spotlight podcast. And today I have Shoval Tshuva with me. And Shoval is a writer, director, and actor. Shoval was born and raised in Israel. With her background in journalism, communication and film, and acting has proven to be instrumental in her debut short film, Funky. Shoval wrote, directed, and played the main character in the film, centering around a young woman who had been sexually assaulted and feels disconnected from her life and her sex life. Hi, Shoval. Thank you for being my guest today. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. I know that you just got back recently from the West Coast, and we were just talking before we started here that New York is your home and you love it there.
I am so in love with the city. It's honestly insane. Whenever I leave it, I feel like my heart breaks.
Aw. Well, good that you are back home. So let's start with who is Shoval Tshuva before writer, director, actor? Who were you? Who are you?
I feel like it's such a huge part of who I am, and I feel like it's always been such a big part of who I am. Even at times, it's funny. I just had a meeting with a producer earlier, right before this, and I kind of said that I could have been good at other jobs because I am first and foremost a storyteller and an actor. So I can adapt and I can pretend to be a good businesswoman or a good lawyer or a good whatever my parents wanted me to be. I feel like it's like so inhabited in who I am. It's funny. I saw an astrologer the other day, and when she saw my chart, she was like, first and foremost, you're an actor. Like it's very, very clear this is who you are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that somebody can just like pinpoint that with you. So you're definitely in the right field.
Yeah, no, it feels like I definitely feel like who I am the most when I'm doing this. Like when I'm writing, when I'm acting, when I'm it's funny that I feel like myself when I'm acting, but I do. But I when I act, when I direct, when I produce, when I have a camera in my hand, this is or I'm in front of it, this is who I am.
That's it. Wow. Oh my gosh. So do you have influencers? Do you have people that have influenced your career?
Oh wow, so many. I'm an old soul. So I don't know. I get inspiration from so many things. I get inspiration from life. I get inspiration from like filmmakers. I get inspiration from art. I get inspiration from music. Like music is a huge part of my process.
Oh, wow.
But also like different like art mediums which I try to incorporate in Funky, which I will say like the film starts in a gallery, which was something that was very important for me. And like the art that I chose to put in the film it means something in the story. It's like a little, another layer, another
Wow.
Easter egg kind of.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, in terms of film, I feel like there's honestly so many, but I love Sofia Coppola. I love Greta Gerwig. I also love Jean-Luc Godard, and I love Tarantino. I feel like I'm such a mix of like different genres and different timelines. And also Fellini, La Dolce Vita is one of my favorite films. If I think about film, there's like so many out there that I can like. Someone recently asked me to name. It was like if you need to pick five and leave the rest behind, what would you say? And I was like, oh.
You can't do it. You want to bring them all with you.
I want to bring them all, but I had to pick, and it was funny. I was like, I said Dirty Dancing because it inspired Funky in a way. Like I went to see Dirty Dancing, and that was the day that I had the idea for Funky, so I had to pick Dirty Dancing. Pulp Fiction is one of my favorite films, and I also was born in the same year that it was released, so it has a special place in my heart. And also, Mia Wallace is probably the reason I got bangs. So there's that.
Reason.
I said Pulp Fiction, I said Dirty Dancing, I said Persona, I said Contempt and Lepison. So that was my choices, and I stand by them.
I'm with you. Oh my gosh. What a list. Yeah, if you didn't have to watch anything else but those five on repeat, I'm with you. Before college and when you were younger, you always wanted to adapt books into films. Right. And so when you were in college, that's where you really found your voice as a writer.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Tell us, experience at college.
I wanted to go originally. I wanted to go for film and like acting. And my dad was like, there's no career in that. Go study something that you'll actually have a career. We agreed on communications. It turned into communications and film very early on. And in my very first English class, my very first semester, my class was the professor was the head of the English department. And he called me back to his office, and I was like, I'm international student. English is not my first language. I was like, oh my God, he probably thinks my writing is horrible and
Oh
there's no
no,
future for me in
no,
college in the US. And he was like, you should be a writer. And I was like, what?
no way.
He was like, and I was like, English is not my first language. What are you talking about? He was like, no, you have a voice. It was like, people can work years and not have a voice. You have a voice. It was like, I'm waiting for your papers every single time because you're funny. You're bringing fresh perspective. You should be a writer. There's a great program here at the school. I think you should take some classes and see how it goes. I started taking classes with the journalism department. This is where I took my first screenwriting class, which I feel like taking screenwriting was the first time that I realized how much of a filmmaker I am. I remember my professor, who's also like a great like she was an incredible mentor throughout of my career. She told me like you don't understand the gift you got. Like the way you see the world, you see it as film. And that's what filmmakers want. And like you have it, you just got it. Like this is how you think. It took some time to be comfortable. Like I remember throughout my time in college, I didn't want to publish anything. Even if I got a chance to publish something, I didn't want to do it. I felt uncomfortable. There was one thing that I published, but I published it not with my name.
It's tough sometimes to step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, to step out of your cocoon and be open to criticism
Exactly.
and other stuff. But you have to do it. Like this is how you're gonna grow. So it took some time to get comfortable.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So then after college, where did that lead you to?
After college was hard because I graduated during COVID. From every possible time that I could graduate, I decided to graduate then. I was stuck in Israel at the time, and I was with my family, and like this whole idea of me going to business school kind of like resurfaced. So I
Mhm.
was on that track, and I almost did. But the day of my interview, I got the idea for Funky, and I remember calling my dad, and I was like, I'm not going to business school, sorry.
Oh no.
My whole application was about wanting to start a production company. They asked for an essay about where do you see yourself in 5 years, and I submitted a vision board. This is how like
That's you. I mean, that it's just in your soul.
yeah, I was like, this is how I envision it. Voila.
This is it. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Love you, Dad.
Yeah. I wrote about wanting to have a production company, which is 100% something I will do down the line. But even the business is the business through film. And I feel like as a freelancer and as an independent artist, you have to have business,
Yes.
some sort of business savviness into
Yes.
you. And I feel like growing up with a dad that is like in real estate and an entrepreneur with grandparents that this is what they do. And also I'm the oldest. I got so much from them. So
Good.
so I already have that in me.
Which, like you said, being an indie artist, and I've talked to on the indie music side, and that's exactly what they have said too. You need a little bit of everything. You need that to, do what you do so beautiful.
Yeah, I remember with my dad, like when I was making Funky, I was asking him about like contracts and like stuff like that. This was like the area that I could ask him about and be like, oh my God, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? There was a lot of like back and forth. This is what this person is saying. This is what that person is saying. And it's good to have that. And it's good to have people who are, honestly, it's good to have people that are not from the industry to ask them because sometimes their perspective could be different.
Exactly.
And it's exactly what you need.
And having that support and having it family really is really, the best way to go. I like that though. You're right. You need somebody outside of the industry that you're in to have a fresh set of eyes to look at all the paperwork and all the contracts. I am sure it is a lot. So has it always been your desire to focus on women's issues and give them a voice through your writing and filmmaking?
I feel like I write about what I know and I'm a woman. I feel like it's like the most natural thing for me. Like I don't sit and like think what I want to write about. It's kind of like comes in, take over and take control. And I don't have much of a choice.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Kind of like feel like I'm the medium for the story in a way, kind of like a pipe. Yeah, so it feels very,
It's organic for you. It's just,
very.
yeah. Do you feel that women who have experienced sexual assault, physical abuse, or deep emotional experiences are best told through other women?
Honestly, I think it's true. Anybody who experienced something. I feel like it's not necessarily just women, because I feel like sometimes a man perspective could be also an interesting approach to that. But I feel like it's as long as you've been through something. Like I would not feel comfortable touching upon a subject that it's very, very difficult that I know nothing. Like I will have to like do so much research about it. But I feel like if something is calling you to tell a story, there's a reason for that. That's at least how I believe in it. But I feel like you need to, if it's something you don't know much about, you have to do the proper research
Mhm.
about it.
I like that though, that, male or female, just having the experience and being able to draw from that experience, I think is important.
Because I feel like at the end of the day, this is what it is. Like me making a film, it's my perspective. And
Right.
like someone else, man or a woman, it's their perspective. It obviously will be different because we don't see things the same way.
Which brings us to your debut short film, Funky. You've had a similar experience portrayed in the film by Ella's character. The movie is more than just telling the story of a woman who's dealing with the deep emotional after effects of being sexually assaulted. And I'm going to let you share your experience, the film itself, and what it means to be a female filmmaker telling women's stories.
Funky is about a young woman struggling with her intimacy after experiencing sexual assault. I unfortunately experienced something similar, so I made the film out of a need in a way. I felt like all the stories about assault kind of deal with the assault, and nothing is dealing with the life after, and how do you move on, and how do you date, how do you live life after something like that happens to you. I'm the type of person that I kind of like turn to books and film and art and music for like guidance in life, and like I couldn't find something. I made it, and the name Ella in Hebrew, Elea, means to her, and I wrote it to the girl I was. Yeah.
Wow.
And it was honestly such a, whenever I think back at it, I have no idea how the stars aligned for me to do this. It's like, it was such a magic. Like it was literally a magical experience. It also happened very quickly, which is not something that happens. I wrote the script in July 2022, filmed in November 2022. It was like a meteor
Yeah.
explosion.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was that quick. And so here you are with the debut, and Funky is a dramedy, right? So it's a combination of drama and comedy. Have you had negative comments about it being a dramedy, or even bringing in a little comedy to it, which I think just really fits it so well?
Not at all.
Oh, good.
It's actually really interesting because whenever I say like people ask me what Funky is about and I say it's about sexual assault, people are like, "Oh." And I was like, "No, but it's about healing. It's about moving on. It's not like I remember that I had a screening and someone was like, "I'm scared to watch it." And I was like, "You have nothing to be scared of.
No.
It's not scary." She was like, "Would I like there was like someone that was like she was like so freaking out before watching it." And I was like, "Listen, you don't have to. Whatever you feel comfortable. It's not, I don't think it's a scary film." And then she watched it. She was like, "It was really fun." And I was like, "Yeah."
Exactly. Right? Yeah, you just bring a whole different feeling to if you have to share a story, and I think you've done it in such a perfect way.
I feel like the whole idea of adding comedy to it it was part of it from the very beginning. And I feel like it was the only way for me to touch it. Like I felt like I needed that. I needed that breed. I needed that room to laugh for a second. And I feel like it's also like so true to life because life is not one thing. It's not like black or white. It's honestly really funny. I was watching a lot of videos from Tarantino when I was before making Funky. As I said, I love him.
Right?
He said that you can have the idea, but let the film be whatever it wants to be. Like, don't try to control it. I'm a Virgo moon. I am such a control freak. I am so organized and I love to plan several steps ahead, but I let go and I let it be whatever it wants to be. And there was like times that I was watching like watching the film and I would be like, oh my God, I want to change this. I want to change that. I wish I could have had time to reshot this or reshot that, which is like something that you do get the option to do and you get to do reshoots. But like when you do it independently, you don't.
Yeah. Right.
necessarily. Like I talked about it in like I had a screening at USC and I said that and then before that I had a screening in Israel and I said that like in the last couple of times that I saw the film I was like I didn't want to change anything. I just like let it go. And it was so nice to be in that feeling of okay, you're good.
You are. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I know what the message is, but what is the message from you that you want your viewers to come away with?
I feel like the main message of the film is hope. And I feel like that's what I needed. I feel like in many ways, this is why I ended it the way that I did, because I didn't know what the ending would be. I just wanted people who experienced something similar to what I experienced, something similar to this character, to have hope and know that there's a way out. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, that is a great message. Absolutely. Did you encounter any challenges or biases in the film industry because you're a female screenwriter writing about female experiences, or has it changed enough there, you are who you are and you're an indie artist?
I didn't experience any challenges because I was a woman. I did experience challenges because of who I am as an Israeli and Jewish.
Okay.
It's funny, when I made this film, I focused so much on female issues that I forgot that there's that kind of side of things. And I was reminded of that. Being a woman is part of who I am, being Jewish and Israeli is part of who I am. I definitely took things into consideration with my next film. It's funny because instead of hiding it, I'm just celebrating it even more.
Right? Absolutely.
I am who I am in like 100%. I'm not hiding anything about myself.
Good. And so it should be that way.
Yeah.
Do you ever get discouraged with the film industry?
I mean, the whole situation that happened with where I'm from and like I got canceled from festivals, that was very discouraging and very difficult, but it didn't make me want to stop. It's not even something that's like been a question.
You just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like whoever wants to see my films can see my films and whoever don't, that.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's the way it should be with everything. Not everybody's going to like everything. And if you don't, keep scrolling.
Yeah. Art is not for everyone.
No. And the majority of the people out there will definitely enjoy this film. I love it. I love the name Funky. I love the message that I got from it. And you did such a great job with a touchy situation and subject.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
You're welcome. Is it easier being a female director now than it was 20, 30 years ago?
Well, 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm honestly very lucky because now there's so many incredible female filmmakers, and it's not something that was at that time. Like I remember, I feel like I didn't even know that it was an option in a way. I don't know. It's not something you would hear a girl saying, like, I want to be a director.
Right now.
It's so incredible to see it and so incredible to see so many films made by women. Obviously, we need more, and obviously we need more recognition for women. I feel like I'm optimistic. I adore so many female in this industry, and so many artists in this industry, and not just because they're women, just because they're like incredible and I like their perspective on things, and I like the way they built the story, their minds. I feel like you can see a person's mind through film, and I feel like it's so intimate. Whenever I date someone, it's really hard for me for them to see my films. I feel like it's like
they're seeing the inside of you.
It's not even like it's worse than like it's like my core.
Yeah, it's being exposed. Yeah. Yeah, but that just, again, that's where you draw from, and it comes out in your work. Absolutely. So what would you give a young female who wants to be an actress, a director, or a screenwriter these days, an indie artist?
I would say, first of all, you know how they say that in order to be a good writer, you need to be a good reader.
Mm-hmm.
Watch everything and anything. Till this day, whenever I go watch a film, by the way, I don't read. I try to read about it, nothing, like to know nothing about it.
Okay.
I go in, I jump right in, and I want to have my own perspective on it. It's funny, I do the same things with the men I date. I do not recommend that, but that's just I know. I just like the experience, and I like I don't know, but this is who I am in life, period. I don't read about, I don't like to get people's, even if it's someone that I really, really, really trust their opinion, I want to know nothing.
Okay.
So I feel like being exposed to as much as you can, and I'm talking about like good quality, see, as if you're talking about independent, see what's showing at like independent festivals, look up the Sundance and see what films were showing at Sundance. Look at what showing and what festival, like learn the industry as much as you can. Try to find a mentor or two. That's important. I did that. Try to, if you live in a big city, or if you're traveling to a big city, or if you're in an area that there's like, I mean, a lot of the filming are not happening in cities. They're happening in, now apparently there's a big boom in like New Jersey, that there's like, they're filming a lot in New Jersey. So I'm just saying try to figure out what's going on around you as much as you can. Try to be part of that. Like when I wanted to be in this world, I try to find any way in I could. If it was true, like I did a lot of fashion work and I met actors through that. And I met producers and directors through that. I had a friend who works for a magazine and they had tickets for a film festival. So I just like try to put yourself in this world as much as you can. But also I feel like it's very important. I'm really happy that I did get the film history, all of that knowledge through my degree, because I feel like it's really helping till this day.
It's important for the basic foundation as well. And then, as you said, from your college and your degree, then building on that and just totally immersing yourself into what you want to do.
I feel like learning as much as you can about it. Watched master classes. I watched directors that I love talking about how they direct or what they do. And like, I feel like honestly, this is going to be really believe that it's something that you're born with. I don't believe that it's something that you can learn from zero. I feel like you need to have something in you that pulls you into this world.
Yeah.
But like, for example, I remember, so I said I love Sofia Coppola, and I was at an event that she did for her book, like the archives. And I realized that my process was very similar to her process, and I never knew that.
Oh, wow.
Like I create playlists and I collect different pictures or photographs, or like take ideas from like art to use it as a shot in a scene. In a way, it was like such a like, oh my God, I know what I'm doing. She's doing it. So I like, it's fine.
You're going to be okay.
It's like this is just like what makes sense to me to do all of that kind of stuff. And I remember when I sent it to my DP, I remember he said something like, yeah, I remember your 80-page vision board references. And I was like, okay, yes, it might have been too much. I'm sorry.
No, but talking about it's part of who you are, because you've been dabbling in this since you were, very young, right?
But yeah, I was like, I knew what colors I want. I knew it's really interesting. But I'm saying also try to, back to the question of like what to do, like try to do as much as you can. I mean, we all have phones these days. Try to film, try to shoot, get inspired by someone sitting writing a book. I mean, life is so cinematic. I feel so lucky that like I see the world the way that I do, because I'm like, that's a beautiful shot. That's so beautiful. It's kind of like seeing the world through rose-colored glasses. It's like, oh, everything is beautiful.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but that's true. I agree with all of that. Is there a certain part of writer, director, and actor? Is there one that you like more than the other, or do you like it all equally?
I like it all equally. I feel like each part of it brings a different side of me, and I enjoy the magic of each one.
Absolutely. And then in the end, we have this wonderful indie movie, Funky, with you as the star. Which is fabulous. Are you working on another project?
I am. I'm working on several, but I can talk about Spiral a little bit.
Okay.
Spiral is about situationships. It's about modern dating and how things are in this current state. Was inspired by a situationship I had. And I feel like it's in the last stages of it, in the moment of like, are you letting go or you not? Like, is it over? Yeah, it's fun. It's for the girls. Even though I feel like men will enjoy it too. I feel like it's funny. I feel like it's my thing to take something so sad is like deciding if you're not in love with someone anymore.
Right?
And like, it's funny.
Sometimes you just have to be lighthearted.
Yeah.
So where are you in the process of that movie?
It's still incomplete. I have some other script that are written. I guess we'll see. I will say that one of them is dealing with the theme of obsession, and I'm really excited. I feel like I really enjoy tapping into psychology.
Okay. Yeah, that seems to be your thing. I like it. Absolutely. Oh, cool. So we're going to be seeing a lot of you.
Yeah, I hope so.
Are you the actress in these films as well, or how are you?
And like those two, yes, but there is one that I'm not going to be the main one, which will be interesting, but I feel like I enjoy it. I enjoy doing that. And as long as it will make sense, I will continue doing that. But yeah, we'll see. I feel like I know right away if I'm going to play like the character or not.
Oh, okay.
Like the story is developing in my head. I know right away.
Oh, wow. Okay. I can't wait to hear more about all of them.
Thank you.
Welcome. So one other item that I want to touch on with you is Substack. For those who don't know, it's a platform that allows writers and creators to publish and share their work, especially through newsletters, but also podcasts, video directly with their audiences. So you have is it a blog? Podcast?
It was a blog. It is a blog. I just stopped. I was writing about my dates, and it's funny. In one of my writing classes, one of my mentors told me write about whatever, like the things that you're more uncomfortable. Like, write about whatever you don't want to write about. So I took it too hard and posted it on the internet and wrote about my first dates, the good, the bad, the everything. It was honestly fun. And for the time that I was doing it, it made me go on more dates. It made me explore. It made me feel. It was funny because the last one I wrote, I didn't publish. I 100% should because I'm so proud of it. It's so well written. The last line in it was, should I stop? And I did stop. And it was funny because it was funny because I was wondering what to do with all of this, and it kind of like happened. And I think I'm going to change the format a bit, and I'm going to continue because like I wrote some stuff that needs to be out there.
Yeah, I mean, I read through them, so absolutely. So I'm happy. I'm happy to hear that we get to get more from you.
Thank you.
You are such a joy and pleasure to speak with. I have loved learning all about you, and I'm so glad that we connected. So, where can people find you? How do they get in contact with you? And tell us more about Funky, where it's, where they can find the movie to watch.
So with Funky, we're still doing some like screenings, private screenings. We're gonna do some screenings at schools, hopefully more, because I did some in the spring semester. So hopefully we're gonna do more in the fall. And we do have some screenings in New York, LA. I feel like the best way to find out about all of that, it will be through my Instagram because I always post about that kind of stuff. Instagram, I will get back on Substack because it's time.
Awesome. I mean, all they have to do is Google you and they'll find bits and pieces of it all. Shoval, thank you so much for being my guest tonight. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, getting to know about you and the movie Funky.
Thank you so much. I had a great time.